Caveman sees modern humans carrying heavy rock on back every month for 10 years, sometimes 15 years, rock called student loan, and Caveman watches modern human finally put down rock and then do something so foolish, so dangerous that Caveman must speak truth by fire tonight. Most modern humans pay off giant debt and immediately pick up new rock, different shape, same weight, same pain. Caveman watched this happen thousands of times. And tonight, Caveman stops this madness before it happens to you. You carry $37,338 in student loans. That is exact average balance American human carries when they finally escape government education trap. Not 30,000, not 40,000. Exactly that number. Federal Reserve cave painters recorded this truth. And when modern human finally kills that debt, something happens inside human brain that banks, credit card companies, and car dealers are counting on you to feel, counting on you to do. Caveman tells you what it is so you can fight it. The moment student loan dies, human brain screams celebration. Human brain says you are free, and that feeling is real. That feeling is good. But what happens next determines if modern human stays free or builds new cage with nicer bars. Caveman not exaggerate when Caveman says this is most dangerous financial moment in modern human life, more dangerous than taking loan in first place. Because when human has debt, human feels pain. Pain keeps human careful. Pain keeps human watching every rock. But the moment debt disappears, pain disappears too. And human without financial pain is human who makes terrible choices. Studies of American humans show that within 24 months of paying off major debt, 63 out of every 100 humans have taken on equivalent new debt load. They swapped student loan rock for car loan rock, or home equity rock, or credit card rocks stacked in pile. Same weight, different label. Banks do not care what you call the rock. They just need you carrying one. Caveman knows this because Caveman studied modern humans in their natural habitat. Shopping mall, car dealership, online store open at 2 in morning, and Caveman sees pattern every time. So tonight Caveman teaches tribe about the shift. The real shift, not just what happens to your money when student loan disappears, but what happens to your mind, your identity, your power. But because paying off $37,000 is not just financial event, it is psychological earthquake. And if you do not understand the earthquake, you get buried in the rubble. Let Caveman paint picture of real modern human. Caveman calls her Sarah. Sarah is 31 years old, lives in Nashville, Tennessee, went to State University, studied communications, graduated with that $37,000 number hanging over her head. For 8 years, Sarah paid $412 every single month to government loan company. $412 every month. Through the job she hated, through the apartment with broken heater, through the years when she ate pasta 4 nights a week, not because she liked pasta, but because pasta is cheap fuel for human body. Sarah paid and paid and paid. Then the day comes. Final payment. She clicks the button. Account shows 0. Sarah sits at laptop and cries. Real tears, because 8 years of that rock is gone. And Caveman does not mock Sarah tears. Those are warrior tears. Sarah fought real battle, and Sarah won. But here is what modern human does not know. The week after Sarah paid off loan, car dealership sent her offer, pre-approved. Her credit score had jumped 40 points the moment loan closed, because that is how the credit game works in USA land. You kill debt, your credit number goes up, and immediately the debt merchants send you new invitations. They are not celebrating your freedom. They are hunting your cash flow. That $412 that used to go to government is now visible to every financial predator in the jungle, and they circle. Sarah bought new car, $26,000. Monthly payment $390, almost exactly what she was paying in student loans. Her brain barely noticed the difference because her brain was trained to survive that payment. The pain slot was already open. New pain filled it immediately. Within 6 weeks of killing 8 years of student loan debt, Sarah had rebuilt 73% of equivalent payment burden. Banks love Sarah. Caveman weeps for Sarah. This is the trap Caveman must show tribe how to escape. First thing you must understand is what $400 truly means to human in USA land today. Not $400 sitting in hand, $400 per month, every month, for rest of working life if you choose to keep it free. Caveman does math, so Tribe can see clearly. If modern human is 30 years old when student loan dies, and modern human invests that $412 every single month into simple index fund that tracks American market, and market performs like it has performed over last 50 years of American financial history, averaging approximately 10% growth per year, before accounting for the slow rock eating of inflation. By the time modern human reaches 65 years old, that $412 per month becomes $1,400,000. Let Caveman say that number again slowly, because modern human brain does not hear big numbers correctly. $1,400,000 from one freed payment, from one killed debt, from one decision made in the dangerous moment when brain screams go buy something to celebrate. Sarah's car cost her not $26,000. Sarah's car cost her $1,400,000. When Caveman says this out loud to modern humans, they always say same thing. They say, Caveman, that is not fair comparison. The car payment is less than investment potential. And Caveman looks at them with patience of old mountain and says, yes, that is exactly what Caveman is saying. Every rock you choose to carry has weight you can see and weight you cannot see. Sarah saw $390 monthly payment. Sarah did not see the invisible million she handed to car dealership with that signature. But here is where it gets dangerous. Modern human has been trained since childhood to think in monthly payments, not in total costs, not in opportunity costs, monthly payments. This is most sophisticated financial trick ever invented by modern civilization. Car commercial never tells you the car costs $30,000. Car commercial tells you just $299 a month. Sofa commercial says $99 a month for 24 months. Phone company says only $65 added to your plan. Modern human brain does math wrong on purpose. Monthly payment feels like small number. Monthly payments stacked together create financial cage that most Americans live inside their entire adult lives. Caveman has name for this cage. Caveman calls it the payment trap. And average American household is currently inside payment trap, with car payment, furniture payment, phone payment, streaming payments, gym membership they never use, and software subscriptions that renew automatically in night when human is sleeping. Federal Reserve study shows average American household carries $2,100 in monthly fixed payment obligations, not counting mortgage or rent. $2,100 every month, just leaving the cave automatically. Before human chooses single thing to do with their resources, you have just escaped one major piece of that trap. Student loan gone, $400 free. This moment decides everything. Caveman tell you secret banks hide. When your student loan closes, 3 things happen simultaneously that financial industry does not advertise on Cave Wall. First, your credit score jumps significantly. Average jump is 30 to 50 points, according to credit bureau data. This makes you more attractive borrowing target. Second, your debt-to-income ratio improves, which means lenders will approve you for larger amounts than before. The system sees your freed cash flow and immediately calculates how much new debt they can attach to you. Third, and Caveman finds this most fascinating thing about modern financial psychology. Humans who have just paid off large debt report highest levels of financial confidence and lowest levels of financial caution. You feel strong. Strong humans are not careful. Careful humans build wealth. Strong but careless humans build car collections they cannot afford. The banks know this sequence. They have behavioral economists, which are humans who study how other humans make choices, and these behavioral economists design the timing of every credit offer around this exact vulnerable moment. Pre-approved credit card with beautiful rewards arrives in mail same week loan closes. Not by coincidence, by design. They bought the data, they know your loan schedule. The financial predator jungle is watching your debt dashboard in real time. So Caveman now teaches Tribe the actual transformation, the real numbers, The practical wisdom for what to do when that payment disappears. First, you must feel the full weight of what you accomplished. Caveman is serious about this. Modern human productivity culture says, never stop, never celebrate, keep grinding. Caveman disagrees with this wisdom. Humans need ritual. Our humans need acknowledgement of real achievement. Paying off $37,000 in era when American wages have not kept pace with American costs is genuine warrior accomplishment. The median American household income is approximately $77,000 before taxes. After taxes and living costs, actually freeing up nearly $40,000 of principal plus interest is massive achievement. Let yourself feel it for one weekend. Caveman gives you one weekend. After that weekend, tribe must make the decision before the emotion fades. And this is where Caveman uses the 48-hour rule. Caveman invented this rule by watching modern humans make disasters with freed cash flow. The rule is simple. You make 0 major financial decisions for 48 hours after any significant financial change. 0. The brain is flooded with celebratory chemicals. The brain is not trustworthy in this state. After 48 hours, brain calms. Now you can choose. Here is what Caveman recommends you look at in order. Not random order. Specific order. Order matters. Like building fire, you cannot start with big log. Start with tinder, then small sticks, then big wood. Get order wrong and fire dies. Look first at your emergency buffer. Most American humans have frighteningly small emergency fund. Survey from Bankrate Cave shows 57% of Americans cannot cover $1,000 emergency without using credit. If you do not have 3 to 6 months of living expenses saved in separate account, this is your first destination for freed payment. Not investment, not vacation, not new item. Safety fund first, because without safety fund, your every life emergency, broken car, medical surprise, job disruption, gets paid for with debt, and debt payments consume future freedom. If you have no emergency fund, your $400 freed payment goes here first for next 6 to 9 months. No exceptions. Caveman is not flexible on this point. Tribe members who do not have emergency fund are one unexpected expense away from rebuilding all the debt they just destroyed. If you already have emergency fund, and Caveman is genuinely proud of you if you do, then the next question is whether you have employer match available in your workplace retirement account. If your employer offers to match percentage of what you put in retirement account and you are not capturing full match, you are leaving free rocks on ground. Your employer match is only guaranteed return available to any human being in all of investing world. If employer matches 50 cents for every dollar up to 6% of salary, and you are not contributing 6%, the freed student loan payment has a clear destination. Caveman does not debate this point. Uncaptured employer match is financial self-harm. Now for the tribe members who have emergency fund and are capturing full employer match, the freed cash flow conversation becomes more interesting, and Caveman wants to address something that many financial voices in modern world refuse to address honestly. There is difference between mathematically optimal choice and psychologically sustainable choice. Caveman has watched many modern humans follow the mathematically optimal plan for exactly 4 months before abandoning it entirely and making worse decision than they would have made with imperfect but sustainable plan. Humans are not spreadsheets. Humans have emotions. Humans have relationships. Humans have children and stress and bad days when the office was terrible and the traffic was terrible, and the only thing that makes the brain quiet is buying something. Caveman sees tribe member nodding. You know this truth about yourself. So when Caveman builds the freed payment allocation, Caveman builds it with human psychology in mind, not just mathematics. Caveman recommends the 3-bucket approach for freed student loan payment. Bucket 1 is Future Freedom Fund. This gets largest portion. If you have basic safety fund and employer match captured, put 50 to 60% of freed payment directly into investment account. Roth IRA, if you qualify based on income, which in 2025 means income below $161,000 for single filer. Put maximum allowable amount in Roth, which current law sets at $7,000 per year for humans under 50. Do this first, automate it. make it invisible. The money that moves automatically, before you see it, is money your brain cannot spend. This is most important mechanical truth of personal finance, and Caveman has repeated it 1,000 times at 1,000 fires. Automate the wealth building. Make spending the effortful choice, not the default. Bucket 2 is Life Quality Fund. This gets 20 to 30% of freed payment. This bucket exists because Caveman understands that 8 years of paying down debt means 8 years of saying no to things. Maybe you need better mattress. Maybe you want to take one real vacation that is not just driving to relatives. Maybe your work wardrobe is embarrassing and it is affecting your confidence. Life quality investments that genuinely improve your daily existence or your earning capacity are not wastes. They are maintenance. Human who is exhausted and deprived makes worse decisions. Caveman is practical about this. Humans are not monks. You can invest wisely and also not sleep on terrible mattress. Bucket 3 is Acceleration Fund. This gets remaining 10 to 20%. This bucket is for you to use toward next financial goal. Maybe it is house down payment. Maybe it is starting small business you have been dreaming about. Maybe it is paying down high-interest credit card faster. This is your momentum money. It keeps the winning feeling moving forward. Humans need to feel like they are winning. Humans who feel like they are winning make better financial decisions than humans who feel like they are only maintaining. But hear what modern human does not know. The most powerful thing about paying off $37,000 in student loans is not the monthly cash flow. The most powerful thing is what Caveman calls the psychological leverage moment. You have proof, real proof, that you can execute long financial commitment. Most humans doubt themselves on this question. Most humans say, I want to invest for 30 years, but secretly they wonder if they will actually do it. You have 8 years of evidence that you can. 8 years of not missing payment. 8 years of prioritizing future self over present pleasure. That discipline does not disappear when loan disappears. That is who you are now. You are human who finishes things. You are human who carries weight for years to get to freedom. This is rarest and most valuable financial asset that no bank can give you and no market can take from you. Caveman has sat by many fires and heard many stories. Story that breaks Caveman heart most is not story of human who made bad investment. It is story of human who reached the freedom moment, the exact moment you're at right now, if you have paid off or are close to paying off student debt, and let the moment slip away without choosing intentionally. The drift, the lifestyle expansion that happens quietly and gradually without any single dramatic bad decision, just slow accumulation of new monthly obligations until one day human wakes up and wonders where the freedom went. The average American who pays off significant debt and does not create intentional financial plan experiences, what economists call lifestyle inflation, at rate of roughly 70 to 80% of freed cash flow within 2 years. They do not feel themselves inflating. The inflation happens in coffee upgrade and streaming add-on and slightly nicer apartment and gym that is closer to office. None of these individual choices is catastrophic. Together they consume the freedom completely. Caveman sees modern human who escaped the cave looking back through the bars, wondering how they got back inside. Now Caveman gives tribe the real big truth, the thing that changes everything, the ancestral wisdom that modern financial industry has forgotten or chooses to ignore. Wealth is not built in the earning. Wealth is built in the gap between earning and spending. Every wealthy human throughout all of recorded history, from the merchants of ancient trading routes to the technology builders of Silicon Valley, built their position by protecting and expanding that gap. The student loan was closing your gap. $400 per month of gap was gone before you could choose what to do with it. Now you have the gap back. The question is simple, and the question is everything. What will you do with the gap? Caveman has watched modern human chase income obsessively, work extra hours, chase promotion, start side hustle. These are not bad things, but Caveman observes that humans who grow income without protecting gap simply upgrade their lifestyle to match. They earn more and spend more, and their gap stays the same or gets smaller. The person earning $40,000 per year with small gap builds more wealth than person earning $90,000 per year with no gap. Caveman has seen this truth proven across every economic era that human history has recorded. You have just been handed a gap. Guard it like it is the most valuable thing you own, because it is. Now tribe must act. Caveman gives you the steps. Follow them in order. This week, before you spend the freed payment on anything, open a separate account at your bank or credit union and label it clearly. Call it future account or freedom account or whatever word makes your brain feel the weight of its purpose. Set up automatic transfer for the day after your paycheck arrives. Move the investment portion automatically before your brain engages with the money. Automation is the single most powerful tool available to modern human building wealth. Systems beat willpower every single time. Caveman does not care how disciplined you think you are. System beats discipline. Second step. Write down on actual paper what 3 to 6 month emergency fund looks like for your actual monthly expenses. Not national average. Your expenses, your rent or mortgage, your food, your transportation, your minimum required subscriptions. Calculate your number. If you do not have that amount in accessible account, your freed payment goes there first until you do. This is not optional wisdom. This is structural requirement for everything else to work. Third step. Look at your employer retirement account this week, not eventually. This week, log in. Check if you are capturing full employer match. If you are not, increase your contribution percentage to capture it. The employer match is a guaranteed return that no investment in history can reliably beat. Capturing it fully is one of the highest return financial actions available to any American human. Fourth step. If emergency fund is solid and employer match is captured, open or verify your Roth IRA account. In America, year 2025, Roth IRA is most powerful wealth-building tool available to middle-class humans. The money grows without tax. Withdrawals in retirement are tax-free. Contribution limit this year is $7,000. That is $583 per month. Your freed student loan payment does not cover this fully, but it gets you most of the way there. Make this your target. Fifth step. Protect your gap from lifestyle inflation by doing one specific thing. Create a written threshold for any new monthly obligation. Caveman recommends this rule. Before adding any new recurring monthly expense, sleep on it for 2 weeks. Write it down. Ask yourself whether this new monthly obligation brings more value than what you could build by investing those dollars over 10 years. You do not always have to say no, but you must always ask the question consciously. The war against lifestyle inflation is won in the small, deliberate moments, not in the dramatic ones. Caveman teaches truth today, real truth, the kind that banks do not put in advertisement and financial influencers bury under complicated advice, because simple advice does not sell premium courses. You have done something extraordinary. In America, where average household debt grows every year, where median savings rate is embarrassingly low, where financial stress is the leading cause of relationship destruction and health degradation and midnight anxiety, you killed a $37,000 debt. You are not average. You did not behave like average. You clawed your way to a moment that most of your peers will never reach with that specific debt. Do not let the predator jungle take this moment from you in the first 60 days. Do not let the car dealership letter win. Do not let the lifestyle drift happen while you are celebrating. Choose your gap. Protect your gap. Automate your future. And let the compound growth do what humans have known it does for every generation that trusted it. Caveman walked this path. Many tribe members walked this path. The ones who protected the gap for even 5 years after paying major debt are living different life than the ones who let it slip. Different neighborhood, different options, different level of peace when life delivers unexpected rock. Modern human came to fire tonight carrying $37,000 question about what happens next. Caveman answered with truth, not comfortable truth, real truth. Now you choose. Stay in the average, let the payment slot fill automatically with new debt while banks celebrate, or protect the gap, build the future. Vals, and show younger tribe members watching you what financial freedom actually looks like, built over real years with real decisions. Caveman knows what strong human chooses. Comment below. Tell Caveman what you are doing with freed payment. Tell tribe your strategy. Tribe that teaches tribe makes tribe rich. Caveman reads every comment. Caveman answers because Caveman genuinely believes modern human can escape financial jungle if they learn the right rules. Subscribe to Caveman channel. New fire every week. Real numbers. Real stories. Real tribe. Caveman finish speaking now. Tribe go build.